Hello, my dears. Welcome back. So, today we're going to talk about something that is very near and dear to my heart. Something that I love very much, and something that I've been practicing for many years. We're going to talk about manifestation. Okay? We're all thinking about it. We all do it. We all love it. Let's talk about it. So, I have concocted a 4-step plan to manifest anything you desire. And I sincerely pray that these 4 steps can help you live your best life. So let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you're manifesting is you're going to want to get very clear on what you want. Seems simple, right? But sometimes it's not so clear. It's not so straightforward. We have to know ourselves very well to know what we really want and what is for our greatest and highest good. So sometimes getting to this step of getting clear on what you really want takes a healing journey. It takes a therapy journey. It takes working through some traumas, working through some shadow work. And, you know, if you're a traumatized girly like me, sometimes people with trauma can have a little bit of an unclear idea of who we are. We can get really formed by the experiences, the negative experiences that happen to us, and it makes us really unclear about who we are and what we want to do in life. And it's going to take some unpacking of that. If you're anything like me, it's going to take some unpacking of that to get clear on what you actually want in this life and what is for your greatest and highest good. So I would definitely recommend spending some time getting quiet. If you believe in a higher power, you can pray to that higher power for clarity on what you want in life. Get still, quiet the outside influences of the world, because nobody can tell you what is for your greatest and highest good but you. Work on your lower chakras. This is what will help you stay grounded and feel centered in your body. Working on your Earth Star chakra, working on your root chakra, working on 555 on the clock. Let's go. Getting grounded in your body, maybe doing some somatic work, some yoga. Research the lives of people who have what you want and how they got to the place that you want to get. I know I've spent most of my life as an entertainer, and I'm 32 now, but I would be 20 years old in my little apartment, staying up all night watching Behind the Music and documentaries about musicians and reading books about musicians' lives and just obsessively studying how famous people became famous, basically. When you're manifesting, also another note is that you want to always use positive language. You never want to say, I don't want this, to the universe, because the universe doesn't understand no. The universe understands positive language. So instead of saying, I don't ever want to be broke again, or I don't want to be broke, say, I want to be abundant. I want to make this amount of money doing exactly this. So yeah, get into that healing journey. Be clear on who you are from a healthy, healed, grounded, safe space. First of all, get very still and very quiet, grounded. Connect with your higher power, connect with yourself, clear your lower chakras, ground them into the earth, so that any, any things that you start to manifest come from the safest and clearest and healthiest place. Step 2, you want to start to do things and implement things in your life that raise your vibration. If you study the 12 universal laws, you know the law of attraction states that like attracts like. So I'm assuming that you want high vibration things like abundance and love and a beautiful, safe place to live and, a career that reflects exactly who you are and things like that. So if you are of a high vibration, body, mind, and soul, you are going to effortlessly attract people, situations, circumstances that are of a high vibration. Some ways that you can raise your vibration are by eating healthy food. Start to cut out low vibration foods, processed foods, junk food, things that make your body feel heavy and tired and gross. And sometimes I'll eat some junk food and they'll be like, man, it just like hurts my mouth. Like I'll eat Cheetos or some shit and I'll be like, oh my God, my mouth hurts. So start to work really healthy diet into your life. Start to cleanse out the lower vibration food. Consuming positive media, which may mean you have to stop watching so much true crime or scrolling on social media for hours a day. Think about, this takes some cultivation of the awareness of what's going on inside your body, because I would recommend doing practices like yoga and Reiki and meditation and other mindfulness practices to allow yourself to know what's going on in your mind and body and soul, because that's how you're going to know when something isn't vibing with you or isn't high vibration. Like, I know that after I scroll on Reddit a bunch, I'm not on social media, but I love Reddit, and I notice that sometimes I'll scroll mindlessly on Reddit for a while and I just don't feel good, because I have cultivated an awareness of what's going on inside my body, inside my soul, and in my mind. So consuming positive media helps you cultivate a high vibration. Things that are inspiring, things that are self-help material, tarot, spiritual content, Ram Dass lectures, Alan Watts lectures, Thich Nhat Hanh has a lot of beautiful talks online. I always feel better after I listen to his beautiful voice. Staying hydrated. Simple, but so essential. Yeah, you really want to start to cultivate the awareness of what's going on inside you, because that's a really great way to know what needs to go. If you're going to become a master manifester, you can't be out here watching adult videos all the time. I would, I know that celibacy is not for everybody, but it has greatly elevated my spiritual journey. It has greatly increased my awareness of what's going on in my body. It has just really purified my relationship with myself. And I know it's not for everybody, but I would highly recommend it. Another great way to raise your vibration is to handle any addictions that you have. Get a handle on your alcohol consumption, your weed consumption. These things can become very mindless and destructive. And I know I'm an addict and an alcoholic in recovery. And I could not even know, there was no possible way for me to even know what was for my greatest and highest good when I was in active addiction, because my life was all just about feeling better. And it clouds your chakras, it clouds your mind, it clouds everything about your life when you're just chasing that next high. So I would highly recommend getting a handle on addictions, handle on your health problems, because if something in your body is out of alignment, I speak as a person with a chronic illness that is flaring right now. If we are not in optimal health, we cannot manifest from a good place. And I mean, getting a handle on your health and addictions is just a beautiful thing to do anyway. Raising your vibration means removing bad people, low vibration thoughts, low vibration patterns in your life. This takes, again, a lot of awareness. You have to really look at the circle of people that you're surrounding yourself with and think, are these high vibration people? Are these healthy people for me to be surrounded by? You know, say your circle of friends is constantly gossiping about other people. All they want to talk about is other people and what they're doing. You know, no. As Tony Soprano would say, the lowest form of human connection. We don't talk about other people unless it's to say positive things. So if you're surrounded by people who are, you know, just having random sex all the time, going out to drink every night, that's the way they socialize, you know, sleeping until 11 o'clock, staying up till 4 a.m. in the morning, like, God bless if that's what you want to do, but that's not the kind of energy that I want to surround myself with. I want to have a very high vibration life, so I am very careful about the people that I pull close to me and allow around me. Watch how you speak to yourself. Watch how you speak about yourself. It breaks my heart. I see it especially in a lot of young women. They you know, apologize for themselves, apologize for taking up space, say, oh, I'm so ugly, or oh, I'm so cringe, or whatever. You gotta watch how you talk about yourself. Speak only positive words about yourself. Think only positive words about yourself. This, over time, will greatly raise your vibration. And if there's things you're unhappy with about yourself, that's okay. Say it with love. Say, all right, honey, like, we're gonna start working on a healthy diet, or, you know, this is a mistake that I've made in the past, and that's okay. I'm gonna learn from it, and I love that part of me that was making that mistake. You're not gonna hate yourself into self-improvement. You're not gonna hate yourself into a higher vibration. You can only love yourself into a higher vibration. So own all those parts of yourself that have made mistakes in the past. One of my favorite tarot readers on YouTube, Queen Copp, was just talking about this in her most recent reading. She said something to the effect of, like, any people that you see out here killing it on the ascension journey are not people who have been perfect their whole lives. We're people who have been toxic, been karmic, been made mistakes and shot ourselves in the foot and, like, done some messed up things, like, and we are the boss bitches that we are now because we recognized it, loved ourselves enough to grow and own and integrate those parts of ourselves, and not abandon any parts of ourselves just because it makes us cringe. Like, and as Katya would say, if what you were doing last year doesn't embarrass you now, you're probably not growing. So look at all those parts of yourself that have done low vibration things, that have made mistakes, that have, you know, been addicted or unskillful, whatever. Look at those parts of yourself with so much love, because chances are that's exactly what those parts of you need. That's exactly what you needed the most in those phases of your life, was love and affection and kindness. So, love yourself. Beautiful way to raise your vibration. And keep loving yourself. And again, cultivate that awareness to know when you're talking shit about yourself, when you're being hard on yourself. You're not going to pummel yourself into a higher vibration. Yoga, meditation, being in nature, crystals, getting in nature, sun, animals, getting a pet, having that consistent interaction with nature is a beautiful way to raise your vibration. Getting out in the sun every morning, and you know, Andrew Huberman talks about like what a great way to wake up in the morning is to look at the sun for a little while when you first wake up. Going to therapy is a great way to raise your vibration. Getting into all those shadow parts of yourself to become aware of them and begin to heal them. Therapy. One of my favorites way to raise your vibration is acts of love and kindness towards yourself and others. You know, you have a great conversation with a coworker about, you know, his favorite band is Alice in Chains. So you buy him a little patch from Amazon of Alice in Chains. You know, your friend is going through a hard time, so you bake them their favorite cake. I get so excited when I get to do something kind for someone. Like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I get to bring in a gift for this person tomorrow when I see them. Like, that raises your vibration so high when you do acts of kindness for others. And remember to do acts of kindness for yourself as well, all the time, every day, multiple times a day. That could be watching a funny movie that makes you happy, taking a warm Epsom salt bath, getting your nails done, go get your hair cut, you know, eating your favorite food, treating yourself to something. Like, these little acts of kindness towards ourselves show that we are safe with ourselves. Be your own best friend. Do the things that make you happy. Inner child work. Ask your inner child what it wants of you, what it needs of you, what would make him or her or them happy today. Going to healthy communities, church, whatever house of worship, collection of people worshiping is fit to you. Yoga classes can be like a church, you know, you're all going to this one place, this sacred space to perform this spiritual act. Positive communities, AA, NA, all these beautiful people coming together to help each other and lift each other up. Another great way to raise your vibration is to remove doubt. You cannot manifest the things that you desire if you doubt that you can have them and you doubt that you deserve them. Honey, you deserve everything that is for your greatest and highest good. Okay? So remove any doubt that you deserve and can and will have anything you desire. Third step, when you feel ready, make a plan. A flexible plan. A clear plan. An achievable plan. Manifesting is a co-creative process between you and the universe. What you put in, you will get out. So when you start to, you know, let's just use an example of I'm manifesting being a famous actor. Okay? How do I even start to plan that? So you have to get some education, right? So say I want to be a famous actor within 10 years. And I have 10 years to cultivate being a famous actor. So I'm going to make a clear step-by-step plan of how I'm going to manifest this. First, I'm going to get myself educated. I'm going to start taking some classes. I'm going to take a speech class. I'm going to take a voice class. I'm going to take some vocal lessons. I'm going to take some improv classes. Then I'm going to move to Los Angeles, just an example. Or I want to open my own business. How can I manifest that? I want my business to be successful. I want to open a successful business. So my plan is, over the next 5 years, I'm going to work on my credit score. I'm going to get a loan so I can put a down payment on this storefront. Then I'm going to get some advertising going. I'm going to open a social media account for it. Then I'm going to recruit some people to help me, Start to break your big manifestation down into its parts. Could be even smaller, like, I want to get a pool in my yard. Okay, what steps is that going to take? What resources is that going to take? Who can help me? Break it down, small pieces. A very important note that I want to give about manifesting, and anyone who's about their business with this manifesting stuff will tell you, be very private about your manifestations until they are in your hands. I don't care who they are, whether it's your mom, your dad, your best friend, because even positive energy can throw off your manifestations. Outside energy will throw off your manifestations. It's happened in my life. It's happened in people that I've seen. I hear it from every self-help person that I enjoy on this platform. You have to be very private about your manifestations. Unless, of course, it's people that you're recruiting to help you with a business or whatever. But say you're manifesting something more amorphous. You want to be very quiet about that until it's happening in your hands, happening. It's already done, it's already sealed, and it's happening. Even positive energy can throw off your goals because everyone is going to have some kind of stake in this huge thing that everyone's going to have their opinions, and everything is energy. So people throwing energy at your manifestations, no bueno. Because say you tell someone who you think is your best friend, but low-key they're jealous of you, or envious rather. So their envious energy is going to throw evil eye onto your manifestations. Especially bad people. You mention something that you're working on in front of a person who doesn't like you, horrible. Because that person is going to throw so much bad energy towards your manifestations. We want to be very quiet about our manifestations, okay? Walk around with your lips shut. When you're making a plan, you want to be flexible enough to leave wiggle room for things to change and evolve and take time. I can't tell you how many times I have asked for something from the universe, and in retrospect, I look back and see that every redirection was God putting me further on the path to get exactly what I asked for. So don't get discouraged if you start to get what can feel like thrown off of your path, because maybe you aren't getting thrown off your path. You're being taken down a new path to get closer to what you asked for. Like, oh God, what can I give as an example? So let's go with you're opening up your business, right? So like, you asked for God to manifest you a successful business, and you start on the path. You're getting your money together. You're getting your storefront put together, and in the middle of this process, you know, your dog dies, and you think, oh my God, this is the most horrible thing that could happen. And your dog dying puts you into therapy, and you go into a year of therapy, and it feels like the world is falling in around you and you're not going to get your goal. But this therapy journey that you've been put on allows you to unpack unhealthy traumas that you have around money. So now when you come out of that year of therapy, you've healed these things around money, and then you realize, oh my God, I thought I was being redirected from my goal, but I was really being put on a better path to fully, healthily handle this business when it opens. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes things can feel like disaster and tower moments and redirections when it's actually God saying, wait, you need to develop this part of yourself, or this person needs to come into your life, or, you know, you really needed to travel here to really make this work. So be patient and flexible enough to realize that if it is for your greatest and highest good and God wants it for you, you're going to get it eventually, but it may take more time than you have originally expected. And big, lasting change takes time. Anything worth having is worth waiting for, and being prepared to show up for it in the healthiest, most grounded way possible. When you're manifesting, make sure that you stay consistent. You know, don't say, oh God, I want a healthier body, and drink a smoothie in the morning for 5 days in a row and look at yourself and say, wow, I haven't changed at all. I'm going to go back to eating Cheetos in the morning. It's not how this works. When you're making these high vibration lifestyle changes, they're going to take time. These are lifelong habits that we're installing. Like consistency. You want to make a successful business. You want to have a successful entertainment career. You can't just do one show and think, wow, there's going to be somebody in the crowd who's going to discover me and they're going to be my manager. It could happen like that, sure. But most likely what's going to happen is that you're going to need to pound the pavement and do 100 monthly shows before your shows start to make money and you're considered a respected producer in your area. I'm reminded of, it takes 10 years to look like an overnight success, right? So be consistent. Look at this as a whole new lifestyle for you. Don't think, oh, I'm just going to, put 5 days of effort and then I'm going to have everything I want. Be consistent and the blessings will come. And be very clear with the universe. This goes back to step 1, but a note is that when we're clear about what we want, and this ties in with consistency as well, when we're clear and consistent with what we want, the universe can understand that language. The universe does not understand the language of sporadic asking. If you want to become a famous actor, stay on that track, stay consistent, keep asking for those things, keep that goal in mind, keep refining and making those lists and boiling things down. Because if you say, oh, I want to be a famous actor for a week in a row, and then the next week you want to be a dog walker. The universe cannot give you what you want because it's trying to keep you on a certain track. And if you are telling it that you want 1,000 different tracks in your life to open up, the universe doesn't know what to give you. So the fourth step, which kind of ties in everything together, is stay open and allow. Develop these consistent daily rituals that put you in a position to be in the life that you're manifesting, to get the things that you desire. Chances are a lifestyle of Cheetos and candy and adult content and scrolling on social media all day and having a crazy inconsistent sleep schedule is not going to get you the lifestyle that you desire. It's not going to get you the high level partner that you desire. It's not going to lead to a successful business. It's not going to attract high vibration people to you. You have to develop a healthy, consistent lifestyle full of daily rituals that help you stay on track to get the life that you desire. And being open to things morphing and changing. Because, like I said, even what seems like the greatest tragedies of our lives can be putting us on a path to get exactly what we ask for. I say time and time again in my tarot readings, perspective is incredibly powerful. And I don't remember where I read this or where I heard this, but it's been really powerful in my life recently. Where it's like, maybe it's not so much that your circumstances that need to change, but your attitude about your circumstances. So like, if you can keep that perspective that everything is God's will, or insert your higher power here, that will shift your whole perspective about your life. You have to train yourself so that whenever something happens, a dude that you really thought was hot doesn't want anything to do with you back. Oh, God's will. You know, you didn't pass the test for your EMT training. God's will. Something is in here that is going to bring me to my highest self. Or I got fired from this job that I really loved. God's will. It happened. So it's God's will. Train yourself to see everything as God's will, because that is going to put you in a position to bounce back and see. Maybe it'll take a year, maybe it'll take 5 weeks, maybe it'll take 5 years to see how it all was putting you on the right track. But if you can train yourself to have a positive perspective about anything that happens along this journey of manifestation, you are unstoppable. Everything is God's will. So, get very clear on what you want. Raise your vibration. Make a clear plan. Stay open and allow. And remember that everything is God's will. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Tell me about your manifestation experiences. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much to my patrons, Rachel, Mike, and Matt. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me. The link to my Patreon is in the description box and pinned comment under the video. You can sign up for my Patreon. Patrons get exclusive, wonderful gifties. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you got something good out of it, and I love you so much. I'll see you next time.